Well, to finish off here with our last topic is in the NFL. Is it spring meetings that they meet up for some of these decisions? Yeah, here in May. And one of the biggest ones, one of the biggest storylines out of it was the decision on the Tush Push. This has been comically at times the biggest story of the NFL in the offseason, but an important one, I think, because in terms of entertainment aspect, it ended up not getting banned. It didn't reach the number of votes, 24, that it needed in order to pass the ban on the tush push that was presented by the Green Bay Packers. But let's not kid ourselves. It's not like it was a runaway to not be banned. This was really close. They were 2 votes off from getting this banned. And in my opinion, I think the thing that might have swayed at least a couple of voters was Jason Kelsey's presentation, if you will, his monologue to the committee that was voting on this. Give me your thoughts on just, I guess, should it be banned or should it not be banned? Let's just start with that.
I'm on the boat where it shouldn't be banned. I think I would be fully on board if there was concrete evidence and proof that this play was resulting in more injuries, but it's been proven that it has not at all. Then it gets to the point where is there some sort of illegal formation that's not being called? And here you can make a little argument that maybe, but to me, it's not egregious enough where it's. I just think that no other team has modeled it, has done it better than the Eagles. Like no team's figured
Right.
it out. Like if all other teams figure this out and it works at the success rate the Eagles did, I probably would be. But I don't know if the teams would. Well, they would because for defensive purposes. But would get banned and deserve to get banned because yeah, it's just too much. Like first, it's no longer first and it's no longer 10 yards to get a first down. Like get it within second and one. Second one's a guaranteed first down because
Right.
just push it 1 or 2 yards. But yeah, no other teams mastered it like the Eagles. So I think I have no issue with it being remaining. I was disappointed that I was kind of hoping it'd be less teams that would, because it makes me think that this could get banned
Right.
maybe even next year if the Eagles continue their dominance and if
Yeah.
if one guy gets hurt on that play, it might be over just because
It's over.
they're looking
It's
for
over.
the other teams are going to be looking for anything to ban it.
I think it was fascinating that it was been such a big topic considering that no one else has been able to perfect it. I mean, we saw the Buffalo Bills try to do it in the AFC Championship game and fail miserably because they just didn't have the right personnel in order to do it. And they always had Josh Allen going over the top. And that's not at all the way the Eagles do it. They always go underneath with Jalen Hurts. He's obviously shorter and has got a better center of gravity to him because he's just a stocky guy. Um, but I'm glad you said that you're not for it being banned because I'm on the flip side of it. So yeah, to me, I think this will get banned because of how close the vote was this season. Um, in my opinion, that they've staved off the inevitable for at least 1 year because it was so close. And maybe 1 or 2 teams who figure out how to effectively use it, this play will be gone by next year. Um, I am for getting rid of the play because it isn't a fun play to watch, and the NFL is all about the entertainment aspect of the game. It is too much of a for sure thing once a team figures it out. And to me, like, what is stopping a team from using it on every down and playing 4 down football for the length of the field? Because if you get 2, 3 yards on every play, you can do this in 4 downs and just do that the whole way down the field. Now, that would be very taxing on your offensive line, but who's to say you couldn't use that on maybe not every possession that you have, but at least maybe like a late game possession, and the other team's just going to know it and not be able to stop it. It would kill the entertainment aspect of the game. I mean, we've seen this in baseball. Baseball got rid of the shift because we want to see Juan Soto rip one to the right side without there being six guys over there playing the pull side for an easy out. So, in my opinion, I think it's one of those types of plays that should just be taken out in order to preserve the entertainment value.
So I will counter that by saying there is some entertainment to it, not from watching the Eagles, and I'm being 100% serious, from watching the defense try to stop it, because there is some entertainment there, because defenses have tried different things and it's fun to watch what they try. Like you'll see guys jump over the top. The couple times it has been stopped, you often see it's a guy perfectly timing that jump and
Right.
getting over, and that is fun to watch. So yes, if it works a lot of time, if you're just watching the Eagles, yes, it's boring. But when you're watching the defense trying to stop it, it does provide some entertainment.
Awesome, awesome. I think we both, I think, made good points about it, but I think it's a fascinating play, and I think ultimately, if another team does find consistent success with it, I think it is gone.
Yeah, I
And
completely agree with you that it's
yeah,
probably going to be gone by next year. All it'll take is one or maybe uh, at least one, maybe even it might if it was just
I'll
one
tell
other
you
team,
this.
if multiple teams figured it out, yeah, it's done. If one guy gets hurt, it's done.
Right.
Yeah.
One injury, it's out. If the Eagles make it back to the Super Bowl and the team that they're playing also finds significant success with it, and they're facing each other, just doing the tush push the whole game, then yeah, it'd be gone too. But man, that was a fun show.
I
Got
will.
to a lot.
One more thing, just from
Yeah,
the NFL owners or not the spring meetings. Just one
spring
other thing
minis.
I thought about was that I'm so happy. I've talked about this before that Lions push for the playoff reseeding got it didn't even it didn't even get to the voting board. It was taken
Right.
down. They probably just didn't have enough votes. I'm glad the teams had common sense about that. It's kind of funny. It's the complete opposite of what we talked about earlier with the college football playoff. But it just makes more sense in the pros. The pros are the 32 best
Right.
teams.
You don't have conferences
You don't have
split.
dominant
Yeah.
conferences that are better than the other conferences. So, and like I said before, last year was an outlier. You don't see that too often, where some of the three best teams in your conference are in that same division. And ultimately, how those teams performed in the postseason kind of negated that whole argument too, because none of them won a playoff game. So I was glad to see that come off the board, and hopefully it stays off the board. Hopefully we get a normal season next year where it's just regular best records make the playoffs.
Excited for it. Excited.